Good morning. I'm just waking up here with a proper cup of British tea. It's so nice to have an English tea underneath my heated blanket and a blanket. Heating's on full blast. I slept in this last night. It's so cold, but I've slept for 13 hours. It's now 7:30 in the morning here, but obviously I'm 8 hours ahead still in Malaysia. But it's done me some good to get a good night's sleep. I was in bed at 6:10 last night UK time, and that was fine. I did take a sleeping tablet on the plane, and that made me so wobbly yesterday. Really hard to negotiate on the train. It is nice to be back. I feel more connected with Andy here, which is nice. Even in Cambodia, which was a good week, I did have my moments. On the last sort of night, I was really tearful. And on the plane, I was really tearful as well, taking off from Cambodia, really missing Andy. But luckily, the magic of our mobile phones, we've got all the photos on there that we can sit and look at, which is what I did. And I was kind of in a win-win situation. I used to be terrified of flying. Now, I get a little bit anxious, but it doesn't really bother me an awful lot. And I suddenly realised I'm in a win-win situation as I was stroking one of the feathers that he'd left me somewhere along the way. And I was thinking, do you know what, if the plane crashes and I die, he's going to be there waiting for me with his beautiful eyes and his beautiful smile. And if it doesn't, then I've got Arthur and Jack to come back to. And thankfully, that's what I've done. And I'll be seeing them tonight. So I'm going to spend a lovely weekend with Jack and Arthur. So looking forward to that. Hopefully catch up with my folks as well. Thaw out, unpack my case once I've warmed up. And yeah, just see where life takes me now. I am going to hunker down for winter. I am going to start writing my books next week, so I will be a little bit off grid after that, but that's okay. And I would like to say I'm going to sit here and watch some TV and do some stuff, but guess what? And my fire's off grid again, thanks to O2. Well, last time I complained I had a week of connection and now nothing. And I rang them yesterday and said I want to cancel when it ends on the 22nd of November. But if I do that now, it's a $14.95 waiver fee. I said, so you're charging me a cancellation fee when I haven't had any service for 3 months. And then they put me through to this person. She said, right, okay, we will disconnect you. We'll disconnect on the 10th of December, so you've got to pay us till then. I went, for what? I haven't even got a service. So fed up with O2. But do you know what? There might be something on normal TV if I can work out how to get on it. Well, I managed to get the TV working. Been watching Ancient Aliens, Judge Judy, and now some crappy Christmas movie. Oh, and I am unpacking in between. I must admit, I'm exhausted. I think I'm probably in a little bit of a flare, but again, that's okay. Just day by day. Going to rest as much as I can and watch rubbish TV. I was so excited last night because I actually booked my flight to Bali, and I sent it to my friend Julia, luckily, because then she realised that I booked it for the 22nd of January. I won't even be from Brisbane to Bali. I won't even be in Australia then. I'll still be, well, I'll actually be in Disneyland Paris, but there you go. So I've just had to change the booking. £90 they've changed me. They reckon the fare has gone up, and it was just $96 just to change it. Oh, my learning curve from this is don't book flights when you're jet lagged. Good morning, 4:30 Sunday morning. Been wide awake since 2:30. Mostly because little fur baby grandson, little Huey, little puddy cat, was vomiting, and now I can't get back to sleep. But I suppose it is 8 hours ahead in Malaysia. I had a good day yesterday with the boys and my folks and Gabs, but a rough one. Jet lag is really, really hitting in. I think it could be a fibro flare, not sure, but wasn't good. Wide awake now, so I've just watched Chalet Girl, which was brilliant. Haven't seen it for ages, and now I'm watching Gossip Girl again. So yeah, could be awake for a while, but hopefully I'll get an early night or an afternoon nap later. Fingers crossed, because I don't think I'm going to get back to sleep anytime soon. that was interesting. In my sleep deprived state, I've decided that I wanted something naughty to eat. So I've come to the local Morrison's, I've walked up here. But when I got here, I didn't get anything naughty, which is really, really good. I have got some gluten-free goodies. But, you know, I haven't gone for the dairy, so I'm behaving myself, which is good. Anyway, they decided it was only 11 o'clock, so they did a 2-minute silence, which was interesting, because majority of us all just stopped and had our reflections and our thoughts to remember, because it's Remembrance Sunday today. Some people carried on just doing the self-service till because they couldn't wait 2 minutes. That's fine, that's up to them. What was interesting, they carried on playing their Morrison's subliminal stuff about Morrison's this and Morrison's that and what to buy and what to, even though it was 2-minute silence. So there you go. But I've done my normal thing as well. I'm just coming for a short walk to get a few little bits and done my shop. So now I have to work out how to get this lot back to my son's. I might have to give him a ring.
That's just for you, is it? Oh, shall I put her down then?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Wow, sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
This is only Arthur's seat. Come on then.
Yeah, Arthur's seat.
Your turn.
Oh, bless him. That's just for me, Daddy.
I think that's a bit easier.
It's Monday morning and I finally feel like I'm over my jet lag. So it's taken 4 days, but it was worth it for my trip away. Yeah, it's been a lovely weekend catching up with family, but I really struggled and really went into a bit of a flare really, which wasn't good. Really dizzy, really nauseous, headache, everything ached. Aching this morning, but that's because I ate sugars yesterday, so it's my own fault. So I'm going to reread my little book, the stuff that I wrote about sugars, and get back on track. And I'm just going to take it easy. I woke up at 4:45 this morning. That's fine because I went to sleep about 6:30 last night. I'm just going to relax and rest and just take it how it goes today. I'm going to start doing some little paint by numbers for my grandson for Christmas. A little present that I've got him, a little animal picture for his wall. I'm going to start writing some of my books. I'm going to tidy up. I have more or less unpacked, but I need to winterize and put on my nice lovely fleecy quilt cover. I'm just about thawing out as well since I got home, so that's good. And yeah, just chillax, watch some stuff on TV, just catch up with stuff, just take my time this week until I'm completely back on track. I'm going to be kind to myself. I'm okay, just as I am. It's all okay. Just going to remind myself of a couple of things from my book today to keep me on the straight and narrow. Sugar is not good for us and is linked to obesity, heart disease, diabetes and poor energy levels, and in my case, pain and inflammation. Beware the sweeteners though, as they have been linked to far worse conditions. Stevia plant appears to be the most popular currently, but ensure it's 100% pure. Sugar triggers our reward pathway, stimulating our dopamine and endorphins. We therefore get cravings and withdrawals when we stop, and these include headache, sleep problems, depression, poor concentration, anxiety, restlessness, feeling sick, dizzy, lack of energy or feeling tired, and muscle cramps. So I can probably expect some more of that today. Every day I remind myself that I have a choice to eat sugar and feel ill, or abstain and feel so much better in myself. And that's what's quite powerful, is when we go, I have a choice actually. And I'm also going to remind myself of cars, which was an analogy for a King 13 that we talked about in the Sobertown podcast. Humans are like cars. The motor is the brain, the chassis is the frame, the body is the body type, as we are all different shapes and sizes, and we are the driver. Sometimes we cannot get going and have malfunctions, and sometimes we're in overdrive and on turbo speed, and then we crash and burn. Then we become a write-off in our minds. Repairs need to be done, but everything can be rebuilt, including us. We need to drive at a cruising speed to achieve the balance in our life and get ultimate pleasure. It's okay sometimes to drive fast and get those bursts of dopamine, and it's also okay to go slow. but cruising is the safest speed because you don't crash and burn. This has given me a whole new outlook on the concept of pacing, and I love it. So that's what I'm going to do today. This is my first book, The A to Z of Alcohol and Sobriety, everything you need to know. Got so much more in it than just alcohol and sobriety. It covers all sorts of addictions, mental health, physical health, just well-being, general well-being really as well. So I'm going to use this as a blueprint for some other books that I'm going to be writing this winter. I just wanted to read also just a little bit about suffering. Suffering is something that happens to us all in our pursuits of happiness. Although we are often looking in the wrong places and expecting people and things to make us happy. This can lead to disappointment and upset time and time again. If we are not suffering, then we are happy. If we are happy, then we're not suffering. But how to change all this? For me, it's firstly remembering that everything happens for a reason, which I learned at the age of 9. Although I didn't heed the lesson until much more recent years. I was due to go on a school trip to the Tower of London. I was really excited, and I imagine you can relate to my disappointment when on the day of the trip, the bus we were taking broke down and we were unable to go. Later that day, a bomb exploded in the White Tower, killing 1 person and injuring 41 others, many of them children. I'm crying as I write this with the gratitude for myself and compassion for all of those that were affected. There is suffering. If we can accept what is, stay in our hula hoop, which, as I said before, is our area of control. So similar to our arm span, if we put our arms out, that is our area of control. Same as if we stand or sit in a hula hoop on the floor. We can't control outside of there. So if we can accept what is, stay in our hula hoop and try and see it all as training for the future, whilst remembering that there will be a breakthrough, then we can stop some of our own suffering. Buddhists work on a principle that there are no problems out there. What happens simply happens. The problem is what our minds make of it all. I'll leave you with that thought today, and a little question or realisation that I came to yesterday. Ta-da for now.